I actually came here in 2005, when it was called Millennium Radio, and I worked for 3 years then. And for whatever reason, it wasn't what I wanted to do at the time. I had, other paths. I'd come out of a real estate background, so did pretty good at it. But I went a different direction for a while, and I returned recently. Actually, I've been here about 8 months now. Back with radio.
I majored in broadcasting in college. I went to Penn State. When I got out of college, I applied to just about every broadcasting company in Philadelphia. You will discover later in your life that they don't teach you how to find jobs in college. And so I had no idea what to do. So I sent a resume to every radio station and television station I could find.
How long have you been in radio? Been involved with it?
36 years.
36 years. And what would you say, how different is it from when you started to now?
It's not even the same business. Or on the other hand, it's exactly the same business. So it's the technology, what goes on in the studio, what we offer to our advertisers, the way that we work with people, is all different. All of that is different. The way that we run our business, what goes on behind the four walls and outside of the studio, and the business operation is entirely different.
The main evolution of radio today, to me, is the radio itself is very similar. I mean, it's how people listen to it that's different. It's the vehicle itself, because radio is not. I mean, radio is an item, it's a thing, but how people listen to radio. Most people don't even own a radio anymore. Other than their car, they listen on a device, a mobile phone, a computer. They stream. So the technology of today has changed ways we listen to radio, but radio is still the same. That's the beauty of it.
What leads you to believe that? And they can give you a lot of circumstantial evidence that there are other things going on in our world, other things for people to listen to. Of course there are. There always have been. There are other things that people can do. Yes, there are. There are other types of radio services, paid satellite radio. It's pretty much documented fact at this point that not many people want to pay for radio. Pandora. Do some people listen to Pandora? Yeah. Do some people listen to tapes? Yeah. Do some people listen to CDs? Yeah. Pandora's not really radio. It's a music service, but it isn't radio. Radio is so much more than just music.
They can believe all they want, but the facts dispute that. Radio is the same consistent listening base that we have 40 years ago. It's the only medium that the same amount of people are still listening to radio as they did 40 years ago. It's not grown leaps and bounds, but it's remained consistent all these years. Whereas, I mean, TV has its audience, and print is dead. I mean, when's the last time you saw somebody, subscription down? Unless I sit down in a restaurant, I have nothing to do and I'm by myself, I don't pick up a newspaper. I Google, I listen to the news, or I read about it on the internet. So the one consistent thing I think we have today is radio. We all have cars, and we're listening to something in it. And the other thing is it's interactive. See, one thing about radio, I listen to sports radio, and I love listening to guys who I disagree with. It makes it'll get my blood boiling a little bit, but that's the beauty of it, because it gets you involved. So talk radio, we have politics on radio, we have religion on radio. There's a place for everything on radio, and it can be very interactive. And then, of course, there's music. There's other forms to listen to, Pandora and all these different things. But the one thing is, I used to sell cars, and never failed. They'd get in the car, and they didn't ask anything at the car. They'd go in, they started, and the first thing they did was turn the radio on and listen to their station and hear the speakers. It was amazing. They didn't test the engine. They didn't ask how many miles per gallon they got. They were looking at the radio. That tells you a lot right there.